Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to Robin's Nest. I am so excited to see you guys, and I'm going to make sure I include Facebook. And I just wanted to give a few people, a little bit time to come on in and join us to see what we got going on. And I just wanted to thank you guys so much for joining me today. And I am just excited to share with you what we're going to be discussing today. And we're going to be talking about contouring. I know this is a topic that many of you have mentioned that you would like to learn more things about. So we're going to do that today. We're going to learn about contouring. And I have my assistant with me, my daughter, Lauren. Hello. She's an expert at this. She does a really great job. She does at contouring. She's taught me a lot. So I'm going to just wait for you guys a few more people to jump on. I'm going to go ahead and check my laptop to see what's happening. But you're going to hear my voice, and you're going to hear me talking a little bit more about contouring. So again, welcome to Robin's Nest, and we're at Sister Salon and Spa in Mount Pocono. And it's a full service salon, so you're welcome to, if you're local, to come on and visit us and really enjoy the services here. So without further ado, we're going to get started with contouring. So let me check and see what's going on. Okay, awesome. So we are now going live on Facebook. It's setting it up. And we are just about to get ready to get started. And so we just wanted to say hello again to everyone. And really, I'm excited to share this information with you. And so without further ado, let's get rocking and rolling here. And let's talk more about what's happening here. So let's see here. I just want to get my page back in my Zoom. Let's see. Let's go on here. Okay, awesome. All right, so what is contouring? That's the question, right? We hear all these new buzzwords, so we wonder what exactly is it? So basically what contouring does, it really reshapes the face, redefines it, and it also accentuates some of your really nice features of your face and your skin. So you're going to see a really beautiful transformation. Lauren is already a beautiful young lady, but you're going to see a beautiful transformation of what contouring can do. So the first thing that we do, of course, in Mary Kay, we always start off with preparing the skin, and that's really important. So we start off with our cleanser and our moisturizer. Those two are really important. You have to make sure your skin is nicely clean, and then you moisturize to make sure that the skin is ready to accept the product that's going to come next. That's very, very important. And then the next step would be, of course, is your under eye moisturizer. That's important as well, because that's a very delicate area. You want to brighten that area, you want to hydrate it, and you want to reduce the lines and wrinkles, which is really important. So make sure you always start off with nice, clean, moisturized skin. Now the next step will be to prime the skin. So Mary Kay has a primer. And so what the primer does, basically, it helps this foundation to last and stick and stay. So Lauren is going to apply her primer. She applied her primer already. I forgot, we talked about this already. Sorry about that. But she applied her primer, and the primer basically comes in a tube like this. Thank you very much for that, Lauren. This is the primer. And what it does, it's a little sticky. And the purpose of that is so that your foundation will set and hold and last longer through the evening or day, whatever event you may be going to. So those are the first few steps: cleanse and prime, okay? Prime the skin. So the next step is to correct. That's really important. The next step you want to do is make sure that you correct. There's a difference between correcting and concealing. Now we have in Mary Kay an under eye corrector. And so what that does, it cancels out any of the dark circles, any of the purpleness or blue, or any of those areas that kind of shine through. You notice that sometimes you put your foundation on and you said, you know, I put foundation on or I put concealer on, why it still looks dark, or why does I see certain colors still coming through? It doesn't look bright. That's because you have to put a corrector in, and it's formulated in such a way where it will cancel out any of the darkness that comes through your foundation. So what Lauren is doing now, she's applying the under eye corrector, and you notice the tool that she's using is the beauty blotter. Now Mary Kay also sells that, the beauty blotter, and it's important, you can use it one or two ways. You can wet it and soften it up so it's nice and spongy, because it is a sponge, and you use it to dab on and apply your under eye corrector. And so you notice that Lauren this is the under eye corrector, and it comes in one shade. It's not made to match your skin tone, so I would use it as well. And you notice she put it on the back of her hand, and that's so that it's easy to apply and you can control. And so again, you would go ahead and also it warms up on the back of your skin as well. So you would just dot, 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 and gently pat with the pointy part of the sponge underneath the eye area. So that's the under eye corrector. So the next step after the under eye corrector, and you notice that Lauren went a little bit down towards the cheek, right? So you want to make sure you get the cheek area inside and down. Okay, so the next step would be the concealer. Now the concealer is different than the corrector. The concealer is made just what it says it's supposed to do. It conceals any imperfections. It hides any imperfections. So if you have a birthmark, or if you maybe have a pimple or some other scarring on your face, you would use that to conceal or to hide. So you just find little points, little areas, and you would just go ahead and again, use your beauty blotter, and you would just find those areas that need to be concealed, to be hidden. So you notice how we just dot, 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 apply and pat and let it blend in. That's the whole purpose of the beauty blender, is to help you blend. You don't slide it or, rub it against your skin. You just dab, dab, dab. So any areas that you see where there needs any cover up, we use this. So remember, the first step is to cleanse, to moisturize, and then prime. And then the next step is the under eye corrector. And that's where we canceled out any darkness or any areas underneath the eyes. And then the next step is to conceal. So how's that going so far, Lauren? Good?
Yeah, it's good. It's covering up little scars.
Good, good. So now the next step, and make sure Lauren you let me know when you're ready, Lauren. We'll go to the next step. Okay, so the next step is your foundation. Okay. So for this particular demonstration, as you know, Mary Kay has several foundations, and I know sometimes with the light it's kind of hard to see this particular product, but this is the Luminous Wear foundation that Lauren will be wearing, the liquid foundation. So Lauren is going to apply that. And what I suggest for your liquid foundations, always just put it on the back of your hand because it really helps control, helps control putting a little too much on, and you're able to just apply it. So now she's going to cover her complete face with the foundation, the liquid foundation. And again, you know, we have many different foundations. We have our cream to powder, we have our matte foundation, we have our CC cream. But for this demonstration, we're going to go ahead and use our liquid foundation. And so while she's applying that, I'm going to check on Facebook and let me see if anybody has chimed in. Let's see what's going on Facebook. Let's view the stream. Let's see what's happening here. Let's see. Let's see what's going on Facebook. Okay, nice. I see Maribel. Hi, Maribel. How are you? I see that you're on, Maribel. Thanks so much for joining. Appreciate that. Awesome, awesome. Great. And I'm sure.
Maribel, how are you?
Uh-oh. I can hear my voice.
You're on, Maribel. Thanks so much for joining.
So I have to stop that so that you can't hear my voice duplicate like that. I was trying to open up the screen, but thank you for joining, Maribel. And so now we're going to go back to our Zoom so we can see what's happening there. Great, great, great. How's that going for you, Lauren? Good? Oh, it's looking beautiful. Very nice. Very nice. And it covers really well. What do you think?
Yeah, it's good cover, yeah.
Yeah.
It still feels light.
It feels light, and it really gives you a nice full coverage. And you notice that she didn't use a lot, really. If you look at the back of her hand, she still has quite a bit. She's not going to use all of it, but it gives you enough to just really be able to get a nice full coverage. Now, one of the things that you also want to do under your eye area is that you want to set it. So once we finish with the under eye correction, you want to set that. And the reason why you want to set it is almost like you want to bake it in so it doesn't rub off, so that it lasts a little longer, it stays on, it gives it a nice hold. So you can use, Mary Kay has what we call a translucent powder, okay? It's a translucent powder. It's for all skin tones, but sometimes you might want to use, if you're a darker skin tone, you can also use your regular powder foundation as well. So those are the steps so far. We're doing good. It might seem like a lot because we are talking it through, but really, honestly, the more you do it, the better you become at it. So how is that looking? It looks beautiful under your eyes. It looks really, really nice. That looks gorgeous. So now the next thing we are going to do, we're going to do the contouring. Okay, so that's really important, is to contour. So we're going to contour the cheeks, the chin line, and the temples. And so what you do, you start with a darker foundation. And so we're going to use the Creme-to-Powder Foundation to do our contouring. And what's important is that you use a cheek brush, Mary Kay cheek brush, and you're going to use it, you're going to squeeze it and fan it. And so now what we're going to do is go ahead and apply the darker. It's going to be one shade darker than your skin tone, one shade darker, because again, you want to create depth, you want to create shape and form. So it's going to be a fan right underneath the cheekbone. And you notice that it's not on the cheek, it's underneath the cheekbone, because that's where you want to create shape and definition. And also we're going to do the chin area, because you want to sculpt your chin, right? You want the chin to look smaller, more chiseled. And so we're going to apply it there. Great, great. And then we're going to also apply it to our temples our temple area as well. Great, great, great. And so now, and you also could use your beauty blotter as well to blend. If you needed to blend a little more, you can do that as well. The bottom part of that to blend it. Right. You don't want to take too much of it away, but just enough to give it some depth. So you can see the depth there, right? Nice. Mm-hmm. Good, good. That looks great. So the next step we're going to do is highlight. So now that we have the contouring to chisel her cheeks, the chin, and the temples, now we're going to use something to highlight. And what you could use a foundation a shade lighter, or you can use a concealer. And so for this demonstration, we're going to use a concealer, okay? It does the same thing. You could use many of Mary Kay products for multiple things. And so in this case, we're going to use the concealer, which is going to be lighter than the contouring color. Excuse me, lighter than the contouring color. We're going to use the highlighter. So Lauren is going to apply the highlighter right on the cheek, right above where she contoured. She's going to go right above that, one line on top of it, and apply the highlighter. And so that's going to give the cheeks a lift and definition. So it's a matter of practicing, guys. I know this is not really a dash out the door look. This is not a look that you're getting ready to go to work and you want to, highlight and contour. This is, I'm going to a wedding. I'm going out to dinner with my special significant other, or I'm going to a nice evening out and dancing and whatever. So this is really a look for more of the evening. Another area that you can also use to highlight and contour is the middle V part between your eyebrows. That's another area that also above the lip and below the lip, because again, that will give it definition. And when you put your lipstick on and you shape your eyebrows, it draws people in to the middle of the face, and it gives it really nice definition. So again, contouring can be really fun. You just, there's really not any mistakes per se, because makeup, you can wash it off. You can always wash it off. So far we cleansed, we moisturized, we primed the face. We did the under eye correction with our under eye corrector. And then we applied the powder, the translucent powder, to set underneath the eyes. And then we applied concealer to hide any other skin imperfections. And then we followed up with our foundation to give us a nice canvas to work with. And then we began the contouring, and we contoured below the cheekbones, chiseled chin area, and in between our eyebrows and our temples. So it's beautiful. So if you look to the side of Lauren's face, you can see right here, you can see here where it's chiseled. It looks very different. And you can turn to the other side, Lauren, and you can see that. So that's really how you contour. Now the next step is you're going to set with your facial powder. And so this would be your regular facial powder for your skin tone. So this will set everything you just did. So you won't have that washed out look by the end of the night. It'll set and hold everything. Yes. We're going to apply that all over. Very good. Very good. And that just gives it a nice matted finish. Your face isn't shining. It's a nice, natural, even look. Beautiful job, beautiful. And so our final last step is our finishing spray. Our finishing spray is what holds everything. Now the powder sets it and keeps it from looking washed, But our Mary Kay finishing spray, it does just that. It finishes and holds. It's almost like, you know, using spray starch on the face. And so that will make everything set and look fresh, dewy, and then hold. So you see how quick that was? That was just easy 1, 2, 3. So we made sure we cleansed, moisturized, and then use our under eye cream. And then we moved into our corrector, and we corrected our under eye corrector under the eye. And then we used our concealer to conceal anything, any imperfections, blemishes, or anything like that. And we used our beauty blotter to make sure that we're able to do that. And then we used our foundation, our Creme-to-Powder Foundation for the cheek, underneath the cheek area, for the chin, and for the middle part. We used that in 1 shade darker, 1 shade darker. And then to highlight, we went 1 shade lighter for our highlighter. We used the concealer. We went back to the concealer. Remember, some of these can be multi-purpose. So we used our concealer to highlight. And then we did our regular foundation all over. And then we used our finishing powder and our finishing spray. So I'll have all those steps listed because I know probably we went through it a little quickly, but I'll make sure that I include that in the YouTube video and also on Facebook Live. I'll list all the steps and all the products that we use this evening. So Lauren, what do you say?
Thank you. That was great.
Yeah, so now we have the canvas. So next week we'll talk about eyes and how we can apply different eyeshadows from a day look to an evening look. So this would just be the first part of getting ready for your fabulous evening. But of course, the next step would be the eyes and the lips and the cheeks. Putting a little color there. But we just wanted to focus on contouring tonight. So thank you so much for joining us. And I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you'll be able to refer back to it and try it out. You never know. And any of the products, just for watching tonight, 20% off of any of the products that we used and demonstrated this evening, to any of our foundations, any of our highlighters, our concealers, our correctors, our beauty blotter, 20% off for anything that you saw tonight that we used. Thank you so much for joining Robin's Nest and Sister Salon and Spa. You guys have a great evening. Take care. Bye-bye.
I didn't do the under eye highlight.
Yeah, they won't know.
I didn't know when. I usually do that after my foundation.
Highlight cheekbone with
us. Did the contour.
I didn't do this part? We did this part.
No, but I usually do my under eye highlight. I didn't do my under eye highlight.
Oh, you didn't?
Because you didn't say. You just said cheekbones.
Oh, okay. So you was with a little bit more lighter here. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I think they got the point. Oh, I gotta stop. Okay, it stopped that too. Okay. All right. Okay.
Oh, that's your page.
Okay, why does it say 5?
But you don't have the screen open.
Okay. Is it because the camera is on?
But you don't have the screen open. Oh. Go where you have the.
Okay.
Just exit out all these screens. Just close them. What's this one? I was just exit all the screens.
It is. Say every week is something. Okay, so I'm just gonna pack this stuff up because I need to take all this home because tomorrow when I come home I gotta pack this so that I can put in, so you could just put it in the car, you know, and take it down. Thank you very much. The Zoom takes a minute for it to show up, but let's see Facebook. Let's see what that looks like. Okay. I keep saying live. Maybe when I go back in it, why does it say live? Because I never ended it?
What do you?
Is that Zoom?
Click on it. Click on it. Go to your page. Yeah, go to your thing.
Oh, it says live now.
View profile. Go to live video. No, you're not live because you would have to click go live.
So how come we can hear ourselves then?
Just turn the thing on. Unplug the camera.
I did.
Oh, then it's not on. Why would it be?
But there's a camera here though.
Yeah, but if you have to click.
You are still broadcasting. Leave this page. Oh, this thing is weird. Why is it doing this? Oh, gosh.
I'm just trying to see if this is really on. It just says your name.
Maybe because I didn't come out of Zoom properly?
Yeah, because it's from Zoom. It just says your name. Yeah, why are you still
Maybe because I didn't come out of Zoom properly?